This is a Samurai Nation podcast on the Samurai Nation Podcast Network. All right, we're back, baby. It's time for another episode. That's right, we're back on the network. Things are back on track. Finally, we had a crazy week last week. And if you haven't checked out that episode, what are you doing? It was one of the biggest and craziest episodes we've maybe ever had in the history of our podcast and maybe podcasts in general. It was crazy. And I think I'm doing better now. I had to take a week off, take a little break. Mr. Rude Guy came and did a bonus episode. Check that out. But we're back, baby. Shout out to the Samurai Nation. I'm so glad to finally be able to say it.
Samurai Nation Podcast Network.
I'm so glad to finally be able to say that again. It feels good to be back in the network. It's the cool podcast. Whoa! Man, so shout out to the Samurai Nation. Thanks for listening. They've been with us every step of the way is what we found out last week. It was tough to go through what we did with the court case, the trial, I guess you'd call it. I've been calling it a court case. I don't really know too much about this legal stuff. Clearly, I got myself in some legal trouble. But we are back on the network. It feels so good. It feels so good to have all of the Samurai Nation supporting me, and it was so cool. It was so cool to talk to the Samurai Kid last week. That was crazy. I did not expect that. I was pretty much ready to end the show forever, ready to end things, and then all of a sudden I got this call, and it was the Samurai Kid wanting to do an interview. I mean, we were doing an interview. It just happened just like that. It felt like it didn't feel real to me. And we thank the Samurai Nation because they're helping us cover some of these court cases in so many ways, because our podcast is number one, baby. We're back on the network. We're getting some residuals, and let's just say that things are doing quite well for me. The cool studio, getting some of these court fees wrapped up. We don't know what's going on with the lawsuit. I don't really care. I think it's all going to work itself out somehow. We were able to talk to a guy who's involved with the network, behind the scenes guy, and actually sent us a message. So let's check out this message from Jeremy. I got to text with him a little bit, and he cleared up some of the things, but he goes in a little bit more detail, I think. He sent me an audio message. So let's check this out.
Hey, B-Wolf, it's Jeremy. I'd like to set the record straight about what's been going on lately with your podcast and the network. Let's rewind back a few weeks ago when you left the Samurai Nation Podcast Network. That night, after listening to your show, I was honestly shocked and felt truly bad for upsetting you like that. I had no idea my words would have that much of an impact, and I'm truly sorry for what I said. Anyway, to make amends for everything, I figured I could just bump the cool podcast up to partner status.
Whoa.
I mean, I do have executive privileges after all, and you're my friend, so it's the least I could do, right?
That's the least you can do.
Look, I know it really stinks what happened with the court case, but hey, at least your dreams have finally come true.
Yes.
Now all of Samurai Nation is listening to the cool podcast.
Samurai Nation.
Oh hey, one more thing about this whole lawsuit debacle. On the down low, there is something in the works with the network that I can promise you will help make all this stuff go away. I'm not really allowed to talk about it right now, but just hang tight and it will be fine, I promise. Anyway, B-Wolf, hope all that makes sense. And hey, now that you have my number, let's chat one-on-one. I'd love to catch up and see how things are going with you. Alright, B-Wolf, I'll talk to you later.
That's Jeremy. I've got his number. We'll have to catch up, and I'll talk to him later. We did get to text a little bit, but that's some crazy info there at the end. Of course, we're glad to be back at Samurai Nation. We're shouting them out, and we love them for supporting us. But that was kind of an interesting hint he gave there, that there's some behind-the-scenes stuff. So we don't want to poke and prod too much into that and kind of mess things up a little bit. But it sounds like things are going to go okay. So we'll see what happens there. There's still a lot of questions involved with this court case with Big Jim and these high-powered attorneys that he had. I'm still not clear on that. I'm looking into it. I need to make some. I need some help from people that have a little bit more skills in terms of finding out about things like that. So, anyway, that's a cool message from Jeremy. He's sorry, and he helped us out big time. Because we thought we were done for. We were on the network, and all of a sudden we were on freaking the front page of the Samurai Nation Podcast Network.
Samurai Nation Podcast Network.
Yay! So it all worked out. We're making money hand over fist being at the network. And we've got millions of viewers, and that's all that really matters to me. We still have our little Patreon with some of our patrons. Shout out to the patrons. I haven't done that in a while. I also didn't say what episode number it was. It's episode 24. Let's get into one of our segments. We're back with the segments. Let's get into one of our segments. It's the Contest Corner. Oh, baby. It's your favorite segment is back. I'm so glad to have these segments back. Man, it's like putting a glove on and it fits just right. So let's get to our favorite guy. This is really going to cheer us up. The segments are back, baby. All the new ones we came up with and the old ones, your favorite ones. We're going to cover some of your favorite things today, but we've got to get to this fellow. We haven't talked to him in a while. It's really going to make things great for us today.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the moment you've all been waiting for.
Yes, I've been waiting for
This
the
is
moment.
the winner results for the channel giveaway for the Apple iPad Pro 12.9-inch Space Gray Ultimate Epic Mega Bundle Giveaway Contest.
Epic.
Phew, man, I go all out with these titles, don't I?
Wow.
This is where you will find out who won. This is my two-part method here of letting you guys know who won.
It's the two-part method.
I make this winner results video, but I also pin the comment in the original giveaway video, which I'm about to do now, and I'm going to read this to you. But this one actually goes a little further.
It's got an interesting couch
This is
here.
one that really got my heartstrings
like a 80s
going.
kinda.
I was actually almost crying.
What?
This doesn't happen to me often.
I need a crying sound.
You know,
I need a crying sound. Let me just pause the recording and go out to my favorite website and see if I can find a crying sound.
I understand about giveaways. You know, some people just come on here for the giveaway, then I never see them again. Or they comment on videos, and then after the giveaway, you never see them. A lot of times when I even announce the winner and I send up the item to them, I'll hear from them maybe once in a while, but then I never hear from them again. But I thought this was something really class act. Like this guy was very truthful.
It's a giveaway.
And I want to share a little bit of a.
Holy
He
crap.
told me on the phone that he was going to leave a comment, and he
He's on
just
the
did.
phone?
I just searched for it and found it.
Oh my God.
And I want to share that with you guys because it means a lot to me. Because he says, I know you go through a lot of crap on here, and a lot of people leave nasty, negative comments to you when they don't win. He says, I want this to be a message to all of them, and I want this to be for you also.
What? People are leaving Murray nasty comments for his giveaway? He's trying to give people all this cool tech, and they're complaining about it? I mean, come on. You had a chance to win. He uses the comment picker. How could you be mad at Murray NJ08? He's wearing a blue bucket hat in this video. He's looking good. Well, I'm ready. This is crazy.
But you know what you're doing on here. because not a lot of people are doing what you do.
That is
And
crazy.
this guy, I had a long conversation with him on the phone, and
Man,
he
talked
just
on
said,
the
I've
phone.
been
They're
watching
best
you for a
friends
long
now.
time, and it's incredible. So
It's incredible.
very cool. I'm going to share that with you guys in this video. I'm going to read my pinned comment that I'm about to pin, announce the winner, and then read his nice message
It's a little bit long in these videos.
and get
I
on
have
with
a lot
this,
of build
okay?
up. Let's get on with
Just
it.
so you know, we got giveaways going on right now. I believe we got the
Love
MacBook
the
Pro giveaway
giveaways.
going on. I am going to be having another, spoiler, huge iPad giveaway because this was such a great success. Like I told you, I could get more deals on these and more promotions and be able to do these for you guys when these are a success.
How's he getting all
also-
these deals?
I'm going to be doing a double Switch giveaway on the channel very soon, and other unannounced massive giveaways, so you definitely want to stay tuned. Huge Let's Plays, unboxings, reviews, holiday specials towards the end of the year, Thanksgiving specials,
specials.
Halloween specials,
Oh my god.
fall specials,
This is exciting.
appreciation multiplayer. This channel is going to be booming. Let's get right into it.
That's pretty good.
The winner results you all been
All
waiting
right.
for are in. Congrats to YouTube user Cool Kid Gaming.
Okay.
You have been picked officially by the comment picker. I want to
Cool
sincerely
Kid
thank
Gaming.
all my true subscribers and even those just stopping by for the giveaway. Thank you all for making this another awesome giveaway, and because of that, I will be doing another iPad Pro giveaway very soon that will blow you away. Also, lots more
Whoa.
channel giveaways going on and coming soon. Take
And he's
care.
gonna-
And again, thank
gonna
you.
have
I'm all choked up
Halloween.
from this guy because...
He's choked up.
So, Cool Kid Gaming, awesome guy. We talked, we exchanged shipping information like he's about to tell you. And he's an awesome dude. And he's just starting his YouTube channel. He wants to get into... He's basically telling me that he's inspired from me and he wants to use this for editing
Whoa.
and get his channel going.
Cool Kid
I
Gaming.
want to read to you what he said to me. And he told me on the phone he was going to write this. So I kind of had a sneak peek. So there's his original comment. Sean, thank you and your caring family.
His original comment was, "No, I had a Mini. Long story, but it fell out of my backpack and a semi-truck ran over it." Oh no. Oh no. Cool Kid Gaming.
For doing this. I got a chance to talk to him on the phone
This is a reply
as
after
we
he
exchanged
won.
shipping information. You are forever in my heart for what you do, and hope others are just as appreciative, even those that do not win. So basically exactly what I was saying. And he was telling me on the phone, he agreed, you know, because I told him what my pinned comment was going to be, and he said, I agree 100% what you're saying. He says, I'm going to base mine off of what you just said. And he did.
Okay.
Also, thank your mother for the goodies
Thank
she's
ya,
sending my
mother.
parents. I am grateful knowing people like you are out there in this world at times like these. Stay in
Wow.
touch.
Wow.
You know what? That's why we do what we do on here. That's why, you know,
That's why we
that's
do
why
it.
I've been doing this since 2008. That's why I've been on YouTube since the beginning. That's why I've been creating content for people to enjoy, giving away things, helping people out. And that's only on the YouTube part. You know, in real life, I do charities. I give thousands away locally,
Holy crap.
around the world. You know, we do karaoke concerts. We do town halls. We do.
He's a great guy. He's kind of starting to pat himself on the back a little bit there, but we love Murray NJ08, and I was hoping that he was going to do a big build up to who's going to be the winner so I could do my sound drop. But shout out to the Cool Kid Gaming. Got an iPad. That's pretty sweet. I'll have to go enter some more of his contests, see if we win. Another contest, since we're in the contest corner, this is kind of interesting, and I got this on my door, and I guess I'm just going to reveal where I live, but it's fine. It's for the patrons, and it's what Samurai Nation wants, is to get to know me a little bit more. little bit more about me, but so we're gonna talk about a contest that ended up on my doorstep of all places. So the damn firemen were out putting things on people's doors, and I was like, huh, that's interesting. The City of North Little Rock presents the 2020 Census Video Contest. Win $1,000. Be counted and win with the census. And I already did the census, so I guess I'm entered to win, but I have to go enter the video contest. $1,000 grand prize for best all-around video. And we do videos all the damn time. Every single week we're doing videos. We do video stuff. So this would be perfect for us. A couple of categories here. I'm holding the door thing right now. I'm looking it out. I'm looking it out. Fill it out. Census 2020. I'm looking at it right now. It's the official contest for the census. So you can get $250. Best all-around video is $1,000. So we'll win that easy. They have several categories for each could win $250. Open category, so that's any old Joe Schmo. Business or organization, church groups, school groups, seniors, Spanish language, and veterans. They all have their own hashtags. Count me in NLR. So if you want to enter the business category, you have to hashtag count me in NLR business organization. It's kind of a long hashtag. The deadline is September 30th. So, how are we going to do this? We're going to do a video about entering the contest about the census. I don't know what the video is supposed to be about. Count me in. I'm doing the census. So I wanted to see if there was anyone entering the contest. We're going to be checking this hashtag all month long, and we're going to see what some videos are. But here we've got the guy working for the Chamber of Commerce. He's got a video. So here's his video, I guess.
Hey everybody, John Owens, North Little Rock Chamber of Commerce. Well, I want to talk to you about a way you can make a little extra money.
Need some money.
It's kind of a secret, so I really don't want everybody finding out about it. But the city of North Little Rock is giving away money as part of a contest to get people to fill out their census. So I filled out mine. There's nothing to it. You don't have to have that card that they sent to you. You just go to the site, fill it out. It takes 10 minutes. It's really useful. It gets a lot of federal dollars back here into our local community. So for that, I would encourage you to do it. But the city of North Little Rock has a video contest. There's 2 prize levels, $1,000 grand prize, and there's about 6 categories underneath that. You can find the details on their Facebook page or on the city's website. Either one, it's on there in both places.
On the website.
Fill out your census and make a little extra money. See you later. Stay safe.
See you later. And we need that extra money. We're all going broke. Our lives are hell. So the old Chamber of Commerce here is posting about it. It's another video here. I don't know if these are official entries. These are just promoting the contest. This guy.
Have you filled out your census yet?
No, I haven't.
Why not? It's so important.
I know it really is, but I haven't gotten that card in the mail.
You don't need it. You just go to my2020census.gov and put in your information. It takes like 5 minutes.
Really?
And then after, you can do a video like this and talk about how important it is, and you could win almost $1,000.
I could use $1,000. I work for the chamber.
I know, it's hard working for a nonprofit sometimes.
It is.
So just do a video talking about how important the census is. Use the hashtag CountMeInNLR, and you could be entered to win $1,000. Good luck.
Dang. Need to win $1,000. She just roasted the Chamber of Commerce. I need the money. They don't pay me anything. They don't pay me jack. Okay, so those are some of the videos. We've got this one. This is from the government, the City of North Little Rock government page. So I'm not sure if these are official entries. I guess so. It's got the hashtag, so but I don't see any from just your average citizen. And this is kind of fun. This is a dog. It's a picture of a dog, and the dog is going to do the talking here in this video. It's kind of funny.
Hi, my name is Teddy Lively, and I'm a lifelong resident of North Little Rock.
It's a dog
I
is
just
talking.
found out that I can win up to $1,000 by making this video. My mom, Paula, filled out her census earlier this year, but now we're going to enter this video in hopes of winning. Wow, we could really use $1,000. Just think of all the treats and doggy toys. So grab your friends and your neighbors, your family, your co-workers. Heck, even get the friends you got down at the pet park and, you know, where you go to get your hair cut at the kennel. And do people walking by on the street. Heck, anybody. Make your own video. You might even win $250 for best in category. Hey, hashtag count me in.
Count me in. The little dog saying that. That's crazy. Anyone can make a video and win some money. So, kind of feel like we have to make a video now. But it's going to be public. It's going to be all over the internet. On Facebook. And I love posting on Facebook and having all everyone I've ever known, friends and family, and seeing things that I post. Makes me feel doesn't make me feel anxious in any way. So I've got to think about the perfect video to make that will family and aunts and uncles will enjoy and will win me the big money and will be funny. So we'll work on that. Don't really have anything else to do, and I could win $1,000. So that would be kind of like getting a paycheck for once. But hey, we're getting paid by the Samurai
Nation Podcast Network.
So that's good. There's another contest going on. Man, I love these contests. I had this one pulled up. I think I just got an email about this one. It's NVIDIA, and all the gamers out there, you can enter this contest. All the gamers who have an NVIDIA gamer card, the real-time ray tracing with RTX on contest. August 24th through September 27th. Artists are using NVIDIA RTX to push boundaries and make stunning photorealistic graphics with real-time ray tracing. Show what you can do and enter the contest. The selected winner will receive a high-end professional Quadro RTX graphic card, a complimentary pass to experience all these sessions related to our latest graphic news happening at NVIDIA GTC. Enter the contest. Share your work on Twitter with RTX on. So I guess you have to send in some graphic renderings. So I thought maybe it was, and you have to use ray tracing technology. So I guess if you have a powerful rendering software and you want to show ray tracing technology, enter the contest for NVIDIA, and you could win a gamer card, and you could maybe farm some bitcoins or something. Alright, so I thought maybe that was a contest I could just enter and put in my name and I would win a gamer card, but I guess I have to actually do some work and figure out how to do real-time ray tracing with RTX. So it seems like too much work, but I think the video one for $1,000 would be perfect. So I'll have to figure that one out, and I have to figure out why the census is good, and why is the local government making everyone support the census so much? Because they want that money. It's all about money. Okay, so let's move on to the next segment. We've had enough of that segment. Let's move on to the next one. It's one of our favorite ones of all time, and it's back. It's the Podcast Roundup. It's back, the Podcast Roundup. It's a special edition of the Podcast Roundup. And I need some special music for it. I didn't think to pick this out, but let's see if I can find something. Because it's a special political edition of the Podcast Roundup. Let's see what this is. It's a special edition of the Podcast Roundup about politics. So this is the song. Bill Clinton's going to launch a podcast, everybody. That's crazy. Former President Bill Clinton is gearing up to launch a podcast. Okay. Okay, so that's the patriotic sound that I found. But okay. Bill Clinton's launching a podcast next year. It's going to be released early next year, and is the podcast, it's the product between the Clinton Foundation. You know what they're up to. Some shady, weird stuff. And it's a partnership with them and iHeartMedia. We love media. We heart it. A close source told this to Deadline. The podcast is inspired by the Clintons' belief that the purpose of his work in public service is to give people the opportunity to live their best life story. The show will be built on his gift for storytelling, his ability to explain complex issues, and this is my Bill Clinton impression, in a relatable way, showcase his range of interests and well-known intellectual curiosity. Through conversations about his ideas and events that continue to shape his work and our world. Podcast won't be the first for the former president. He also had a podcast called Why Am I Telling You This? Hey, now, well, you can check that one out. Why am I telling you this? Bill Clinton and Chelsea Clinton and guests. Let's see. And they got an episode with former President George W. Bush. All right, let's get into it. We have a ton of these political podcasts. We can't get to all of them, but please let us know what you think. Okay, we'll listen to that one next, but let's check out interviewing George Bush. I didn't even know this was on here. So that's kind of a podcast bonus. I was just trying to break some news about the Bill Clinton podcast, but now apparently they have.
In 1995, my parents won the green card lottery, and we left war in Tajikistan because of President Clinton.
It is a commonplace of American life that immigrants have made our country great and continue to make a very important contribution to the fabric of American life.
In 2001, President Bush reinforced Muslims are also Americans.
America counts millions of Muslims amongst our citizens. Muslims are doctors, lawyers, members of the military, entrepreneurs.
In 2019, I am part of the Presidential Leadership Scholar Program and grateful for the opportunity to serve and lead in a country built on diversity and freedom.
Okay, I want to hear the part about the interview, but that sounds interesting, that person's story. Let's see. Let's go in. We want to go in on George W. Bush, and Bill Clinton.
Learning about him and what the barber were talking about, that it was so difficult for them to access care, that they couldn't meet the challenges of HIV or cancer or chronic disease. I left that day not with a great haircut, but with incredible conversation. And so I kept going back. And over time, we ended up working together with a team that put a clinic in the back end of that barbershop and said, if you want to get your hair cut for free, then you got to be seen by the doctor. And over the course of 5 years, the rates of chronic disease started declining.
Okay, so this is a pre-recorded conversation at the 2019 graduation ceremony, moderated by George W. Bush Institute's Executive Director, Holly Kuzmic. So they have all these different people. 2019 Presidential Leadership Scholar. I thought they were just going to talk to each other and shoot the bull. But it sounds like
they started helping each other in the community. They in there too. And
this guy's talking too much.
Struggling with at home.
College Station, the future that our country deserves.
Where's George Bush? Wow.
So President Clinton and President Bush, I'd love to hear from you both. You've now gotten to meet almost 300 scholars over the past 5 years.
It's a lot of people.
What have you taken from meeting them? What have you learned from them versus what have they learned from you? Do you have any particular memories of any of them?
First, I have learned that there is this hunger people have to make a difference, not by getting another title or making another buck, but by making somebody else's life better. Lifting somebody up who's broken, helping somebody to do something that makes things work better. And, you know, I'm not young anymore. I hate it, but I'm not.
He sounds pretty old. It's going to be an exciting podcast with him jabbering on. He's sounding pretty old these days. Bill Clinton. Another famous politics guy who's got a new podcast let's check him out. And you might know this one. Well, let's just check it out. Won't even say what it is. You'll have to be surprised. Here we go. This is the intro.
Hi, Pete Buttigieg here. Maybe you know me as Mayor Pete. During my run for president, I traveled the country, from some of our biggest cities to places that sometimes feel forgotten. I saw leadership, grit, innovation, and kindness in every corner of America. And I became more convinced than ever that we are not just at a crucial moment in our politics, we could actually be at the dawn of a new era in this country.
We could take this time and use it in a way to bring people together.
We are fighting back and we demand that our government act.
We know that this, the first year of the 2020s, has been one of chaos and anguish.
It's been crazy.
But I believe now is the beginning of America's deciding decade. A time that will present leaders and all Americans with decisions that will shape life in this country for the rest of this century. Behind these big changes are people, thinkers, athletes, artists, authors, policymakers, people whose ideas and actions will shape the times we are about to live through.
I look at everything through a racial lens. Well, the rest of the country and elected officials have to start doing that. They have to know what systemic racism is.
There has to be a certain impatience in your soul when it comes to how people are just disregarded,
podcast,
especially when you understand that it doesn't have to be that way.
Whether you're old or young, whether you're white or black, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, those things don't matter. What matters is the facts and the law, and you treat everyone equally.
I have hope that we are actually going to figure out how to allow people to be free-hearted, free thinkers,
fly in the studio.
and also
Get out of here.
belong.
I hope these conversations inspire you, like they are inspiring me. And together we'll get a glimpse at the future of our country, beginning with the decade ahead. Listen to The Deciding Decade on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
iHeartRadio app. It's one of our favorite apps. That's the Pete Buttigieg podcast, The Deciding Decade. And I wonder why it's the deciding decade. Maybe because there's a big election coming up. And let's see what some of the comments are. Looking forward to a smart, relevant podcast, a fellow Hoosier. So stoked for this. I cannot wait to hear from you and your remarkable guests. Pete, you have inspired so many and will continue to do so for years. Here we go. We got a roast. We got a roast from Theo Hunt. Says alternative names. The So Rodent Experience. Let Me Butt In, B-U-T-T. And then the last one here is The Wine Cave with W-H-I-N-E, like whining. And he had that whole thing about he was having people in his wine cave or something. And then Kathy Hersey Logan says, shame on you-o. She says Y-O-U with an extra O on it. You-o. And then Theo responds, I guess that's a vote for the wine cave, huh, Kathy? Got her ass. Okay, what's another? We talked about another podcast, and we didn't ever listen to their new podcast. And then we're gonna have to move on from this segment, but we'll listen to some more political podcasts because, good Lord, there's a ton of them. But these guys are in a show. They have a show called Pod Save America. And we listened to 1600. Keeping It 1600 was one of the ones we listened to. They've got a new episode out as of yesterday. So I thought, well, we might as well listen to the real thing. And it's a special political edition of the Podcast Roundup today. So this is our latest episode from yesterday. Is hating the troops good for Trump? Remember, Trump came out and said he hates the troops. So let's see what they figure out on this one.
The presenting sponsor of Pod Save America is ZipRecruiter. Yesterday was Labor Day, the day that celebrates the contributions and achievements of American workers. And this year, we'd especially like to recognize our essential workers and the businesses that are working hard to serve their communities. If your business is growing, try ZipRecruiter to make your hiring easier. Why should you try it? Because ZipRecruiter does the work for you.
Well, and I just want to say, as someone has some experience using ZipRecruiter to look for stuff, It's not good. They send me a lot of weird, bad, borderline scam type jobs, so I'm not really sure. I don't feel like ZipRecruiter is very good. And I hope they're not a sponsor on the network. So that would be bad. Uh-oh. Let me just edit that out. We love ZipRecruiter, everybody. Okay, let's see. Is hating troops good for Trump?
Who have not made up their mind. And they found...
We're all 56 days away from the election. And voting has already begun. North Carolina started sending out ballots on Friday. By September 24th, in just a few weeks, more than 24 states will have also sent out ballots, and 8 states will have started early in-person voting. According to 538, Joe Biden has a 7.6% lead over Donald Trump, and more importantly, is polling close to 50% in the 6 battlegrounds most likely to decide the race. Biden's at 50.8 in Wisconsin, 49.6 in Michigan, 49.2 in Pennsylvania, 48.9 in Arizona, 48.2 in Florida, 48.6 in North Carolina. Biden, Kamala Harris, and Mike Pence were all visiting battleground states on Monday for the unofficial Labor Day kickoff to the fall campaign, while Trump called a last-minute White House press conference to deliver this message.
President Obama and Biden, Sleepy Joe, he knew everything that was happening. They were spying on my campaign and they got caught. Now let's see what happens. But if this were the opposite way, people would have been jailed. They would have been in jail already for a period of at least, it would have started 2 years ago, and it would have been for 50 years for treason.
You think they had that marked down on the message calendar? Labor Day kickoff to the campaign. President goes out, accuses opponent and past president of lying and treason. All right, so we have been through both conventions.
We've been through hell and back.
Kenosha last week. Tommy, what have we learned about the state of the race, Biden's challenges in the next 56 days, and Trump's challenges?
We have learned that the race is very stable, that national polling average has been quite steady. I am not thrilled about some of the tightening we're seeing in state polls like Florida and Pennsylvania, but we'll get to that freak out another day.
I hear him talk about if hating the troops is good for Trump. They're just talking about the polls. Like, who gives a crap? I don't know it's not going to matter. None of that stuff's any good. It's my official political commentary. I just want to hear him talk about if hating the troops is good for Trump. So I'm going to fast forward past some of the numbers talk.
About the flags being lowered, so it seems like that's pretty well confirmed. And it also it feels like the sourcing on these stories is an open secret. People are heavily suggesting that it is coming from John Kelly's peers, like 4-star generals like General Mattis or Joe Dunford or others. And I'm not arguing that we should believe everything that those guys say, far from it.
It's fake news.
But it does suggest that this is coming from people who are, well positioned to know what actually happened, not just some little, shithead Trump staffer who overheard something in a staff meeting, right? And then broadly, it just tracks with what we know about Trump as a person. I mean,
he stinks. Well, I didn't know they were gonna start just cussing like that. Don't do that. Okay, well, that's the podcast roundup, everybody. Let's get to another segment. We love this one. Oh, wait, before that, we need to get to this ad break here. So let me just, we're doing more ads now because we're on the network. And shout out to Samurai Nation once again. It's episode 24. Thanks for listening, everybody, the patrons. Now we got to take an ad break. Let me just get the ad music queued up here. It's kind of my first time doing this, so I hope I'm doing this right. I've got the copy, so let's go down here. Here's the official commercial music. Hey everybody, it's your old friend. Let's see, insert podcaster name here. Oh, that's me. Hey everybody, it's your old friend Beowulf, here to tell you about some of the cool new podcasts. I like my podcast, the Cool Podcast. I'm going to tell you about some of the cool new podcasts on the Samurai Nation Podcast Network.
Samurai Nation Podcast
This
Network.
week, here's some of the new podcasts going down. This week on the Going Deep podcast, the host, Kreb, and he's been on our show, so check out that episode where we interviewed Kreb. On his podcast, though, this week, he's positively starstruck as he welcomes founder of Jet's Pizza, founder Eugene Jett, onto the podcast. And they talk a little bit about pizza and some of the good deep dish stuff over there. So that's pretty cool. Check that one out. Also, another podcast you love. And I was on this one last week, so check this one out too. Check out the one from last week and this week on the Dojo. You know the Dojo with Samurai Kid? He's on his show. He's talking to his guru and spiritual advisor, Master Magnus Dudley, about how to deal with the daily stress of being a podcast innovator and entrepreneur. That's kind of interesting. Get to see what makes this guy tick with his spiritual advisor, Master Magnus Dudley. Interesting name there. And don't forget to check out the back catalogs of some of our favorite podcasts on the network, like My Favorite Carjacking, Our Least Favorite Natural Disaster, and The Most Interesting Dogs of History. That's kind of cool. So thanks for listening, and keep slicing and dicing. Shout out to Samurai Nation. All right, so that was an ad that we did there. That's pretty cool. Doing ads now for the network, and I don't know if I should keep all this in about how I'm commenting on what I'm doing. I kind of probably need to see what is sort of the style guide for doing these. Check in with Jeremy, see what he thinks. But I guess we should get in. Probably should have jumped straight into our next segment. And let's check out our next segment. It's a good one. It's TikTok Around the Clock. So on TikTok Around the Clock, it's where we look at different TikToks, and this guy is kind of weird. Kind of a weird guy. He's big into conspiracies. He's into the simulation, and he's just an odd guy named Revo, a glitch in the Matrix. He's got 150,000 followers. And I found his stuff from, I don't know, looking at a hashtag of some sort. It looks like he does rap too. That's kind of cool. Talks about stuff from other dimensions. He had a whole conspiracy where he found some stuff on this app called Randonauts, and he thought he uncovered different pedophile stuff or something. Seems kind of weird, but he's trying to get some conspiracy stuff going. That's how you go viral. Detective Randonaut. We're not going to watch that, but I found this one. This is him. He's in like a train station or something. Nobody's got a mask on in this place, but I don't know what the date is on this, but pretty recent. No masks on, but he's in like a big train station or food court of some sort, and he's about to. He said, and the tag here is "Someone needs to hear this."
Everybody! I just want to remind you that you are enough. You hear me? And that little thing that's been stressing you out and you ain't really told nobody, it's going to work itself out, I promise. Yeah!
Wow! Yeah! So he's just screaming at everybody. It's going to work out. Some motivational stuff. This one, he did it again, though. He does have a mask. It looks like he's in Target. And the tag on this one says, "Nobody even noticed." So he's going to scream at everybody. And this one is kind of upsetting to me to watch.
Everybody, listen up. I know that the world is changing very quickly right now, and you are afraid, but you have nothing to be scared of. You are beautiful, you are loved, and you are divine. Take a look around you. What are we doing? Have you forgotten who you are?
What are we doing?
It's time to wake up.
You've forgotten who you are. You're at Target.
Everybody, listen up.
Oh my God! See, this is what really upsets me about this one, and I don't know if people in the comments are like, "I would have walked up and hugged you." Another guy says, Kevin says, "You're literally on a completely different frequency than everyone around you. They didn't even process the information." And if I was there in that moment, I'd be like, all right, I'm about to die now because the guy is in here. He's lost his marbles, so to speak, and he's going to kill all of us. Because he starts it off by going, "Listen up! Listen up, everybody! Everyone loves you, and now we're all gonna go to heaven together. I'm gonna freaking kill you." Just if someone did this and you were in Target and you heard this,
listen up.
you'd be like, okay, I'm going to die. And I just have to make peace with that. So don't go around screaming at people going, listen up, in a crowded place, because that is extremely upsetting. And I know that this world is bad, but the Arcturians will save us all. We're going to ascend onto their spaceship. The only way to get there is I'm going to blast you all to hell. Okay, and that's dark, and I'm sorry for getting dark,
trigger
but
everyone.
it kind of actually makes me mad.
With this one video, you ready?
This guy's videos. And the one that makes me the most mad, and I guess the video works, what he's trying to do here. He's trying to make a video that's going to trigger everyone. And this one probably makes me the most mad of all of his videos, because he really triggers me with this one.
Whoa, I'm going to try to trigger everyone with this one video. You ready? Go. I support BLM, QAnon, and Antifa.
What? Let's pause it. Okay.
I will not be voting for Joe Biden. I ain't voting for Trump either, though. You know, I actually really see the benefits of communism. But I mean, I really see the benefits of capitalism. I believe in God or a creator, but I think religion is of the devil. I like to consider myself woke. You know, I'm pretty spiritual, but I don't charge my crystals by moonlight. I think veganism gives you by far the best opportunity to advance your mental, physical, and spiritual health. I ate a steak yesterday. I think it's possible that child trafficking and systemic racism are happening simultaneously. And last, I think we live in a simulation, but I don't think that makes life meaningless. I think it makes it mean everything. Like, for real, someone designed this whole thing just for us. Oh, and did I mention Antifa? Whoa.
Whoa, he triggered me so hard. He supports BLM and QAnon. What? Is that even possible? Whew. He's getting some comments in here. I think you just described the way every human actually feels but can't realize because of all the propaganda. And then he says that was low-key my hope. Well, you nailed it. It seems like in the end it's people versus wealth. It always has been for every king of every kingdom. Well, that's good. Well, I guess people are on board. It's like you think for yourself or something. Now you're being too radical. The human paradox. Woke AF says, I agree with literally everything you said. Yes, my people. We're in a simulation, but it's fine. Someone designed this for us. Everything you said, I agree with. So he's kind of like a woke conspiracy guy, I guess. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure about too much of this guy, but he said, I don't like how BLM funnels right into the Democratic Party. It kind of triggered me when I realized the BLM movement was funded by George Soros, but all facts though, the radical right is funded by Soros too, but they often leave that out. Soros is just getting on the collapse of America. He's not a Democrat. He's having a back and forth with someone here. I know he isn't a Democrat, he's just demonic, so it had me kind of shocked when I saw he helped with the movement. The last protest I was at in LA, there were bricks laid out by every store, ready to be used. Whoa. Anyway, that's been the segment. I was trying to read a funny comment and got it he kind of blew my mind there. I didn't really know. I guess let's watch one more of these.
Want to know how LA's been affected by the virus who shall not be named? Let's have a look. This used to be a nice antique furniture store. It's closed now.
What?
Oh, look at this wonderful shop. Oh no, that's closed too. The owners of this store left their open sign on, but I'm pretty sure they fled to another country. This store has been closed for months. Closed, closed, also closed. This was a locally owned burger joint. You'd be shocked to find out that it actually closed and is now a Fat Burger.
What?
Closed. Whatever this was, closed. And this and this one, fireplace, closed. This was a local favorite diner for over 50 years. Closed. And whatever this was is super, super closed. That's all on one block. You paying attention yet? Want to know how?
What? You're paying attention yet? He just said he loved capitalism, so that's kind of what happens. Stuff stuff went sideways and no one can afford to pay rent and no one can buy stuff. But hey, we love capitalism, don't we? All right. Man, wish I could win. I wish I could end on on a more positive note. But that's been our show. Thanks for listening. Welcome back into the Samurai Nation.
Samurai Nation Podcast Network.
Shout out to Samurai Nation. And we're going to see how things shake out with all this crazy court stuff. Apparently, according to Jeremy, it's going to be okay. So, we're back. We've got all the segments back. It was a fun show revisiting some of our favorite stuff like the contests, and we're going to see if we can get in on this contest. I'm really going to have to think about what kind of video I can make go viral on Facebook and win $1,000. Because I actually need that money, so it's kind of like, it's going to be a little side gig that I'll do here to make some money. All right, thanks for listening. Thanks to the patrons. Shout out to Samurai Nation. We had a lot of fun. We'll be back next week. We're going to get to the bottom of some of this weird stuff going on. But for now, we just had to come back. The triumphant return of the podcast for everyone to hear and enjoy. Whoops. So thanks for listening. It's been a fun show. We'll see you next time. Signing off here. We'll be seeing you. I'm trying to mix in a bunch of different... We'll be seeing you. I'm signing off for now for the
Cool Podcast.
It's me, Beowulf. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.
Yes, sir.
That was a Samurai Nation podcast on the Samurai Nation Podcast Network.
Everybody, listen up.